Someone who was incarcerated because of 96 million Ghana cedi got 500,000 bail.
He got 500,000. I thought it was your party that was saying we are weaponizing bail in this country.
I'm saying, okay, so within the same period.
That's true.
That's true. Within the same period.
Yes.
Aminata Bawumia went to court for a misdemeanor. For a misdemeanor.
Yes.
She was granted 1 million Ghana cedis bail. Yes, I was in court that day. She was granted 1 million Ghana cedis bail.
So what's the point?
With a passport. And she was supposed to produce a passport. In the court, Balfour stood and told the judge that she doesn't have a passport. He said, okay, come for a review on Monday. So it means a calculated attempt to keep her there. It is a charge that even if she was able to if she was to plead guilty simpliciter over there, it is 500 penalty units, which is akin to only 6,000 cedis. But she was given 1 million cedis bail. This is someone who is in jail for 96 million Ghana cedi. For 96 million Ghana cedi, he was given 500,000 cedis bail.
So
that is her co-accused. I'm coming. Yeah. The point I am making is that this is a calculated attempt to remove her from
to remove her. But Sedina, to prevent her. No, we are not doing. No, television is for education. Awal, there is a judgment. He has not spoken to the ruling, and it's just going on.
I'm not a lawyer.
What are you doing? So you are saying anything?
My party asked me.
No. We cannot.
You don't determine what I say.
Your party told somebody.
This is where I have a problem with the two of you. Okay. Listen to my problem here, my challenge here. That by virtue of the fact that this woman left the shores of this country,
yes,
we could not corroborate evidence.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes. No, you must not agree because in criminal matters, if you are accused,
why didn't she return?
If you are accused, you don't have anything to say about it.
No, you are just blaming Godfred Dame. If you indeed agree that it's a whole process.
I agree with you. The woman deciding to stay and everything, that is what has generated it.
Because in the Wontumi case, Wontumi helped corroborate evidence. And that's how come the judge was able to establish circumstances.
But he was not supposed to do so.
Yes, but I'm saying.
But you also understand that the entire criminal jurisprudence is built to favor criminals than.
Oh, how?
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yeah. That's true. The entire
that is supposed to.
No. I am telling you on authority.
The burden of proof is on the state.
Yes.
It doesn't mean it favors criminals.
But I'm telling you, sir, the entire criminal jurisprudence favors a criminal because the proof beyond reasonable doubt. When it comes to proof,
presumption of innocence doesn't mean that you are guilty. You can't say criminal.
Let me make a point.
Why are you not mentioning the woman's name? Because she also left the country.
Abusia sa program we no se host no or the producer no say omo betie mi a akasa nkrofo miensa we omo nyen sakyraye ewo. I'm talking about Ivan, Solo na Awal. Da bia so mukohia ho a nua enye easy. Na this particular show de e ka kete anka bia bro kura efrim. Solo mpo de wo say anka wo sorry because the kind of argument na omo eye no Solo woni Ivan almost the kind of argument Awal all year no kire say Awal is just beating about the bush. On go straight to the point. Discussions are not omo ye no ni na efa ye mame Sedina Tamakloe atienu ni case no eho. But according to Solo no, was say emra ye friend say ya discharges amame no, was say ni yem ehye no because now almost every Ghanaian look forward say mame no na sem no ye beto aso na ye na kwakotum. Enti ye ba ne sa no a obi efre no say mame no ye gya no ni yem ehye no. But bibi kan kire ne say on pause na on ready the judgment na ye dia ba out no. No read the judgment no. E ho na hu say nipa na wo share case na se no Godfred Dame ono e na wama we nyina aba. Enti se so wo bi e wo ho a you shouldn't call out the judges but emom Godfred Dame ono e na wo koso sa problem no. Enti o read the judgment no ewie no e na wo hu say ma me no sabe se ne ye wabonti ye ka say wadi bone na ye nyina ye nya predetermined mind sanka injury no enti sa until say ube read judgment no men can say ma me no e wasanka injury no because Godfred Dame the former Attorney General ono na wanye na dwuma yi enti Ivan so obekere na adwena Ivan de na all can the same thing say na Solo all can was say wono so we read through the judgment no read through the judgment no Sedina solo all can judges no omunye boni bia enti na de we even say judges no emu mienu nkrofo a na nadodan Akufo-Addo na o appointee wo mo enti say bia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na we those appointment na aka Ghana for ye beka say bia His Excellency na appointee wo mo nti na ma omo bring it out that kind of judgment no de mum sa nkrofo miensa na omo tuna se na omo dwen case no na omo de judgment ne ba bonte no emu mienu the former president na nadodan Akufo-Addo na o appointee no enti Ivan ni soro de omo asem na omo ka eni say wo hwe maame na boni de according to omo no especially Ivan wo se maame ne de boni de wadi boni na embom nipa na o handle case no na ama maame no ye gyaa no enti wo hwe judges na omo de sa judgment no eba point na omo nya mistake bia but utie awa na argument na o ye na wo se even na maame no onya meduru Ghana no na Ghana fo binum kan say maame no so beduru Ghana pair because say NDC na wo abamu nti no ye begya no nenso ansem wa Ghana fo kan ye no eno a na eda hoi because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obetna akuwe yi so no from January 2025 edi babesi ene ya mene wo ka say omunsem biyala e woko otwa efo NDC fo ho no ye twitwa agi wo mo na ebom RPP fo na ye persecute omo eno nti omo di na omo ni se by all means ye mame Sedina Tamakloe na asem no enkosi hwe na de omususu ye de omodwe ye de omokan ye no ni nyina na abamu ho na solo be kan say we are talking about law judgment na aba bonten kura wo awa wo ready ye na oba betena ha wo se o party for na asoma to come and do propaganda and I say bla na be ye den e wo show no so menua e kaje anka buro kura epiem mesro se ubenya abotre na wotie sankofo mi nse argument ye omo na nso uwie am gidi se ubesunya biribi e de afrim sometimes I say bi beto abontin na se ye na e wo akire no ye nya judgment no bi entie ye nya bi enkan ya ye ndie ye be kire ya adwen se ne ye yisi adwen but so we read judgment na ho e na wo behu the rare fact of the matter mayenko na yenko ti sankofo mi nse omo argument a omo eyeye on the show na answer na every video no best no say unya and subscribe ya na subscribe e dia ma me like video we na shema odu ebi no nso onya bi ehwe nyankopon hira na onka.
Now when the Court of Appeal came with their ruling, I was somewhere doing papa. Then my brother Ebu Bokman sent me breaking news from one of the media outlets that Sedina Tamakloe has been acquitted and discharged. Instantly, I was boiled up. I was so furious that why should that happen? And so we were going to go ballistic. But something struck us. I said, look, hold on, wait a minute. You must be a wise person. You must hear from both sides. You have listened to or you have heard from others why she must be there. But why don't you take your time and get the full ruling or judgment to understand the reasoning behind what the three judges did?
We're saying, yes.
So I waited for like 3 hours and thankfully I got the full judgment. And I have it here. It's a 94 judgment.
So you printed that?
I expended money.
Wow.
To print it.
You're always complaining about money, Solo.
The little that I get, I use it to print. But you are not buying me printer.
Okay. Okay.
So I printed it, binded it, and took 4 hours
to read it.
When I read the judgment, immediately I became scandalous. I said, what? Why must we sit down for innocent souls to be done in this manner? Look, so quickly, because it's politics.
Yes.
I know the nuances of politics. I went back quickly to check the judges that sat on this
case. On this case, yes.
3 judges.
Okay.
Justice Emmanuel Ankama.
Yes.
Justice Samuel Obindiewu and Justice Emmanuel Senyor Amedaye. Do you know Justice Emmanuel Ankama?
You'll have to explain that.
Oh, that is the Sampa, the new Sampa mine.
Oh, right.
He was appointed by President Akufo-Addo to the Court of Appeal. 2022. Do you know Samuel Obindiewu? He was appointed to the Court of Appeal in 2022 by President Akufo-Addo. Emmanuel Senyor Amede by President Mahama in 2025.
October.
So this is what we are dealing with. Well, that cleared in my mind because you must deal with it.
What are you implying by this?
No, because you see, immediately it came, the first impression was that President Mahama and this administration has introduced their judges to go and then give a very fictitious or wrongful judgment to save one of their own. So that was the first angle I needed to look at it. Having established that, then I went to the decision whether or not it was unanimous or 2-1 or then it was unanimous. I said, then let me take a critical look at it. Sedina Tamakloe was accused for causing financial loss to the state, stealing, conspiracies to steal, improper use of state property, or what do you call it?
In fact, the number of counts are...
It was 7 days, but when you drill it down, it becomes about 8. 9, yes. Now, beyond that, when you go into the judgment, charges 5 to 71, my goodness, that we had an Attorney General that went to court and did this. No substance, no clarity, contrary to what Article 19.2. And let me read for you to understand what we are dealing with. And this was a matter that somebody is supposed to go to prison for 10 years. Look, the mere fact that we are saying you must prosecute, and by the way, this Attorney General must take a cue from it. The mere fact that we know people have stolen. If you are doing a case, make sure you do a watertight case so that nobody gets away with that.
What are you implying? That the Attorney General, which Attorney General?
Godfred Dame, total waste of our time. And not him alone, not him alone. The judge just sat on this matter. The judiciary must take a second look at it. I'm telling you, if this is how they come by their conclusions, if this is how they disregard the laws of the land. So Article 19.2, with your permission, I read. 19.2d.
I hope it's got something to do with Godfred Dame because you retract that statement if there's no substance.
But the judges have said what the judges have said. What the judges have said in this judgment is to the effect that we had a very
because you're mentioning his name
ineffective, inefficient, incompetent Attorney General, as well as the judge that sat on it was incompetent. Let's get it straight. So Article 19.2d.
Yes.
Is the Article 19, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. Now, the D says, be informed immediately in a language he understands and in detail of the nature of the offense charge. Now, if you go to charges, count 5 to 70. I won't, because of your time, sometimes you want to manage or micromanage us here. I will just quickly go into some of the charges and you understand why some of you must be furious. So count 5.
Yes.
I'm coming on.
So this is a judgment.
This is a judgment.
Yes.
I have it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why you just give me some few minutes. I will get there.
So I'll put you under fire today.
No, you have to put me.
Look, so why are you mentioning Godfred Dame's name now?
No, Godfred Dame. He has a letter. I'll address it.
Yes, I was about to tell you about that letter. If you read, okay, you.
So let's say count 51.
Okay,
count 51.
I'm giving that to you.
Willful causing financial loss. Section 179A of the Criminal Offences Act, 1960. Particulars of offence. Sedina Tamakloe, Ationu, Daniel Azimo, on or about 25th August 2016, Accra in the Greater Accra region, willful caused financial loss to the state of 158,000 to the state. What is this?
That is the particulars.
That's the particulars. And when we say particulars, let me read it again. This is count 51. 51.
Yes.
Statement of offense. Willfully causing financial loss to the state contrary to section 179A3A of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29. Now, particulars of offense. Sedina Christian Tamakloe, Daniel Axim, on or about 25th August 2016, in Accra in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 158,000 to the state. You ask yourself, financial loss to which institution? Well, how did they do it? How did it come about? What was the location? This is what Article 19.2 requires. So when you say this, how do you expect the person to come and say, I committed anything?
So how is this Godfred Dame's fault?
He did this. He preferred all these charges. Now, so the court identified that there were defects in the charges. To that extent, they struck out from 5 to 71 all those charges. It was just frivolous, it was scandalous, it was just waste of everybody's time. So it was waste of paper.
Direct question. I'm saying, how is this Godfred Dame's problem?
So Godfred Dame is the one that went to court and did this shoddy work. And remember, you see, it must prick your mind. When Sedina Tamakloe came to this country, what were their communicators saying? They told you that the court was going to overturn the ruling.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
That was their mantra. Because they themselves saw the judgment at the High Court and realized that it could not stand the test of time.
So I think on a normal day, if you wake up, considering the journey this country has taken upon itself to ensure that the regime of accountability will become very effective in this particular country, and we are at the point where somebody has been convicted for almost 20 good years, right?
Oh, you mean, Chairman?
Yes. So when you are on that particular point, you get energized, get motivated that this regime of accountability is in effect, and that whoever that have doubt about this whole concept of, being accountable will be convinced that yes, indeed, at this point in time, we are on course.
Yes.
So if you wake up a day and you hear that, somebody who has been convicted has been acquitted, definitely the reaction will be rage, anger, resentment, and those kind of ways. So politically, I think this whole thing might look like a shit show, and people are likely to get angry because of the space we find ourselves. So politically, if anybody out there is angry about this particular acquittal, it is because of the circumstances and the platform we find ourselves in, and people might not be interested in whatever the judgment say, whatever that the judge found, whatever. On the onset, that anger can be accepted or is acceptable because of the situation and the circumstances we find ourselves in. And I think that is the reason why you saw those massive outpouring of resentment, anger, and those kind of stuff on various social media platforms, and then many of the reactions that followed. So for me, I can perfectly understand, because personally, when I heard on that she has been acquitted, I was very furious, just like Solo said, very angry. But you see, if you pause for a second and begin to look critically at the judgment, and then begin to inquire as to what exactly happened or what occasioned this whole thing, then you begin to have a different understanding, a different thought altogether. Because the platform we find ourselves right now, if you look at the atmosphere, like I said, it's very charged. Ghanaians are in for blood, and people are not ready to listen.
You and Solo this morning, I don't know. Who's prepared for? I mean, what are you guys saying?
No, I am saying that the atmosphere calls for the reaction. That's what I'm saying.
What reaction?
You think Ghanaians are demanding accountability? Look at the pressure people have been heaping on government for ORA to work. You understand? So at the back of it, if somebody has been convicted, and you wake up a day and you hear that the person has been acquitted, the public anger and the reaction, that is what I'm saying, that is justifiable within that particular context. Don't be mischievous. That is a fact. That is exactly what you're trying to do, because the mindset of the people is tuned to revenge. They want to hear nothing but people. Because over the years, people are convinced that political actors have taken the people for granted. They've taken us on a ride. And when it's time for accountability, people will actually have to be accountable. Like I'm saying, if you pause for a second upon all the anger and begin to review the document, then I am not sure anybody will read this particular judgment and come to the same state he was before reading.
Absolutely.
Have you read the judgment?
I have.
I
am saying that nobody will read this judgment and come to a conclusion, and after reading the judgment, nobody can also say that Sedina is innocent.
Okay, at the same time.
At the same time, she is not innocent. Because somebody did a poor job.
So we can't say the
evidence. Exactly, somebody did a poor job. So I can confidently sit here and say, sir, per the ruling and the judgment and the consideration, the fact, everything, she is not innocent, but somebody did a poor job, and the judges who sat on the matter could not in any way.
So if you're not innocent like you are,
okay. no. You see,
if you're not innocent like you are, then what's the opposite?
In criminal prosecution, it's not just about whether you are innocent or guilty. Okay. You need to prove beyond reasonable doubt, not foolish doubt.
I'm saying that.
Yes.
He has contradicted himself big time, in the sense that he said that if you're a Ghanaian,
yes,
especially when you hear that Chairman Wontumi has been incarcerated and you're celebrating it, then within a week or two, then you hear that the woman who ran away during trial, who refused to come to this country, the country had to spend millions or thousands of dollars to bring her into this country. After she came, she spent 15 days without we knowing where she was at the time. To the extent that Franklin Kujo, Imani Africa, came to tell Ghanaians that his information from government is that she was on house arrest. Until Bafo came to do his press engagement in Parliament.
You're asking for clarity.
MP for Malaysia South.
Confidence.
MP for Malaysia South. You do this and will destroy the show.
No,
the thing is that you spoke for you. I was quiet.
Who is asking you for clarity? Calm down.
Are they hosts?
But
I thought you said you were doing a discussion.
Oh, you are not principled. Only 3 seconds.
When he came,
but allow them to ask you which of the words are you referring to? Is this
the MP for Malaysia? Our spokesperson on leave.
The one who has been lying.
Yes. So you see, if you look at all these, if you look at the trajectory, and you look at all these, you are disappointed as a Ghanaian. But he says the woman is not also innocent.
Yes.
That is a contradiction.
No.
Because she has been acquitted and discharged. Right. You right.
Standard when it comes to criminal prosecution. You know the standard.
No, but allow.
So the mere fact that somebody may not be innocent doesn't mean that the standard is proven.
Yes, but
no, he's selling some sort of ignorance out there.
I get it. But let him and then we'll check.
Let the viewer understand.
Yeah. So make the point. Make the point. Yes.
When I heard that she has been acquitted and discharged, I was not surprised at all. I was never surprised when I heard that. Because if you look at this government in the last 1 year, 8 months, or 6 months, what this government has done over the last 1 year, 6 months, is telling us that this thing is not news. When I heard that she has been acquitted and discharged, I was never surprised. Because when this government took over in 2025, all those who were standing trial, who were NDC people, they filed nolle prosequi and discontinued all.
You will not.
Have you read the judgment?
You understand? They discontinued all. To the extent that someone has been given 60% to pay.
No, let him land. Let him land.
They have waived. They have waived 40% for him to pay because
but we'll ask him the questions.
So when I saw this and looking at her co-accused, you know, he applied for bail twice after he was incarcerated. He applied for bail twice at the High Court that incarcerated him. It was denied him. He asked for bail at the appeals court, and that was also denied. That is Daniel Axim. Then when this government came to power, it was taken to Supreme Court and he was granted bail. Today he's roaming the streets, he's home. And the bail condition was only 500,000. Someone who was incarcerated because of 96 million Ghana cedi got 500,000 bail.
He got 500,000. I thought it was your party that was saying we are weaponizing bail in this country.
I'm saying, okay, so within the same period.
That's true.
That's true. Within the same period.
Yes.
Aminata Bawumiaba went to court for a misdemeanor. For a misdemeanor.
Yes.
she was granted $1 million Ghana cedis bail. Yes, I was in court that day. She was granted $1 million Ghana cedis bail.
So what's the point?
With a passport. And she was supposed to produce a passport. In the court, Bafo was student told the judge that she doesn't have a passport. He said, okay, come for a review on Monday. So it means a calculated attempt to keep her there. It is a charge that even if she was able to really, if she was to plead guilty simpliciter over there, it is 500 penalty units, which is akin to only 6,000 cedis. But she was given 1 million cedis bail. This is someone who is in jail for 96 million Ghana cedi. For 96 million Ghana cedi, he was given 500,000 cedis bail.
So
that is her co-accused. I'm coming. Yeah. The point I am making is that this is a calculated attempt to remove her from
to remove her. But Sedina, to prevent her. No, we are not doing. No, television is for education. Awal, there is a judgment. He has not spoken to the ruling, and it's just going on.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer.
What are you doing? So you are saying anything?
My party asks me to.
No. We cannot.
You don't determine what I say here.
Your party told
somebody who understands. And then can explain.
No, he says the party asked him to
why are you descending on him?
No, but I'm very surprised.
Your party has chose between you and this man to come and do propaganda.
Hold on.